From Nashville, Tennessee, the country music capital of the world and home of the Air Castle of the South, it's time for the Marty Stewart Show, featuring Marty Stewart, the Rolls-Royce of country singers, Miss Connie Smith, the Old Tennessee Slicker, Leroy Troy, and all the fabulous superlatives, Cousin Kenny Vaughn, Handsome Harry Stinson, the Apostle Paul Martin, plus Gary Carter on the steel guitar. And today's special guest, Country Music Hall of Famer Loretta Lynn with Mark Cass Stevens. Join us now for 30 minutes of fun and great country music. I'm Eddie Subs. Now, how about a superlative welcome for our host, one of Mississippi's finest. Here is Marty Stewart.
Well, you have heard and read about the state of Tennessee. Down in the southern states is where I want to be, where the valleys are so green and the mountains are so tall. Well, you will know just what I mean when you hear them say you are Tennessee. Tennessee, I hear you calling me. I hear you calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. Well, when I was a little boy around the folks at home, my mama always said to me, hey, Marty, please don't roam. Well, now I've gone away, and my heart is full of woe. Well, when I think of Mom and Dad, that's where I want to go. Tennessee. Tennessee. I hear you calling me. I hear you calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. If ever I get back to the state of Tennessee, I'll tell you there'll be no more roaming for me. Well, there lives a little sweetheart who said she'd marry me as soon as I get back to the state of Tennessee. Oh, Tennessee, Tennessee. I hear you calling me. I hear you calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. Lord have mercy. Yeah. That's the way it is. Somebody say howdy to me now. Howdy back to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marty Stewart Show. Fabulous Superlatives had it coming right down the line with that old song called Tennessee. We got it all right here. Song about Tennessee, sponsored by the state of Mississippi and the prettiest girl in Kentucky. How about a hand for the coal miner's daughter? Big doings, boys. Here is Loretta Lynn. Come here, Lo.
Well, I was born the coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the Bandler coal mines, all day long in the field hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal oil light. And everything would start all over come break of morn. Daddy loved and raised their kids on a miner's pay. Mommy scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Wife seen her fingers bleed, to complain there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. In the summertime we didn't have shoes to wear, but in the wintertime we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling a hog, Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. The work we done was hard, and I would sleep 'cause we were taught. Never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then. And it's so good to be back home again. Not much left but the floors. Nothing lives here anymore except the memories of a coal miner's daughter.
Loretta Lynn, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, superlatives, look at here. Precious, precious, precious. An American icon, Miss Loretta. Love you, Loretta. Here's somebody else I love coming through that red door. Love her with all my heart, Lo. Here she comes, the great Connie Smith. Come here, Constance June.
Run away, little tears. You've been locked up too long. Run away, little tears. Our baby's gone. I look at his picture, touch an old souvenir, and then grow weak from holding back these locked up tears. Run away, little tears. You've been locked up too long. Run away, little tears. Our baby's gone. A storm of emotion keeps on working within, breaking down a heart that only he could mend. Run away, little tears. You've been locked up too long. Run away, little tears. Our baby's gone. Run away, little tears. Our baby's gone.
Hey, look over here. representing Butcher Holler, Kentucky, and Spook Holler, West Virginia. How about that for a country music doll babies? All right, cut. Taking me for granted was your first mistake. And that was the beginning of my last heartache. And then you added insult to my injury when you started treating me just as you please. Count me out of future plans you might be making. No more foolish chances am I taking. You played love's game too rough. As for me, I've had enough. 'Cause the going got too rough, so count me out. Oh, yes. Things I thought important never bothered you. And you kept on till you killed all my love for you. That's right. Doing as you please became a part of you. And you can't blame me now for walking out on you. Count me out of future plans you might be making. No more foolish chances am I taking. You played love's game too rough. As for me, I've had enough. 'Cause the going got too rough, so count me out. 'Cause the going got too rough, so count me out. Count me out. Oh, yes. And Loretta, speaking of sights to behold, here comes a nice one. You might need him down there in Hurricane Mills. He's the Sultan of Goodlettsville, the most popular man in country music, the old Tennessee slicker. How about a hand for Leroy Troy? Come here, Leroy. Well, there's Loretta and Connie. That's right. He put the good in Goodlettsville. Hello, pal.
Howdy.
You got a couple of legends sitting over there to your left.
Yeah,
I know you've got a romantic song picked out.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what.
What is it?
Now, I don't care if you're driving through Possum Holler,
Yeah.
or Butcher Holler,
Yeah.
or Bristol, Tennessee, I don't care. This will eventually happen to everybody.
Well.
There's one called 5 Pounds of Possum, and I'll send it out to all you roadkill enthusiasts. Well, my children are hungry, my dog needs a bone.
That's good.
I'm out of a job now, so I'm just driving home. An hour after sundown, and what to my delight, 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. Yeah, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. If I can run them over, everything will be all right. See that possum gravy, what a wonderful sight. 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight.
Well, all right, Leroy. You're doing fine.
Won't have to kill no chickens or open any cans.
Well.
Just a little bit closer and I'll have them in my hands. I think the time has come now to go from dim to bright. There's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight.
Tell it like it is.
Yeah, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. If I can run them over, everything will be all right. We'll have possum gravy, what a wonderful sight. 5 pounds of possum in
Play
my
it, Leroy.
headlights tonight. Want it again?
Get it.
possum in my headlight tonight. If I can run them over, everything will be all right. We'll have possum gravy, what a wonderful sight. 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight. Yeah, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight.
Hard to beat that. Hard to beat that, pal. Get it.
Leroy Troy right there, and 5 pounds of possum. Imagine such a thing. Only on the Marty Stewart Show will you hear something like that. Well, it's hymn time this week. We're going to ask the superlatives to gang around and join Miss Loretta Lynn on one of her songs, Everybody Wants to Go to Heaven.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Once upon a time there lived a man, and his name was Hezekiah. He walked with God both day and night, but he didn't want to die. He cried, "Oh Lord, please let me live. Death is close, I know." God smiled down on Hezekiah and gave him 15 years to go. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Lord, I want to go to heaven, but I don't want to die. Though I long for the day when I'll have new birth, still I love living here on earth. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. All right. When Jesus lived here on this earth, he knew his Father's plan. He knew that he must give his life to save the soul of man. When Judas had betrayed him, our Father heard him cry. He was brave until his death, but he didn't want to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Lord, I want to go to heaven, but I don't want to die. So long for the day when I'll have new birth, still I love living here on earth. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Once again, here's Marty Stewart.
Thank you, Eddie Stubbs. How about a hand for Eddie Stubbs, everybody? Didn't he do a fine job? Hey, Connie Smith.
Yes,
Who's your favorite girl singer of all time?
Well, everybody knows it's Loretta Lynn.
How about that? I love that. Come here, I'll tell you something.
Okay.
Last week, George Jones was on the show, and she said that George was her favorite singer of all time. And if she don't straighten
Male
up,
singer.
can I come to your house?
Yeah, honey.
All right, that's the way it is right there. Y'all heard it right here.
Oh, me.
I love every song you've ever done, and that's the truth. I love every Loretta Lynn song. But there's one in particular that touches my heart mighty deep. Would you please do Blue Kentucky Girl
That's
for us?
one of my favorites, too.
All right, we'll have old Marcus Cass Stevens take it off here. Marcus?
You left me for the bright lights of the town. A country boy set out to see the world. Remember when no city lights shine down? That big old moon shines on your Kentucky girl. I swear I love you by the moon above you. How bright is it shining in your world? Some morning when you wake up all alone, just come on home to your blue Kentucky girl. to bring great riches home to me. I need no diamond rings or fancy pearls. Just bring yourself, you're all I'll ever need. That's good enough for this blue Kentucky girl. I swear I love you by the moon above you. How bright is it shining in your world? Some morning when you wake up all alone, just come on home to your blue Kentucky girl.
Miss Loretta Lynn, everybody. That's my girl. Thank you so much. On behalf of Loretta Lynn, Connie Smith, Leroy Troy, the fabulous melodies Gary Carter, Mark Cass Stevens, and Eddie Stubbs, I'm Marty Stewart saying thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week right here on the Marty Stewart Show. I love you.